I just watched UHF on 4K UHD, and it was amazing. 5-star movie, super uplifting, makes me happy every time. Let's see what Roger Ebert had to say about it. I always like to look up what famous reviewers think of movies that I absolutely love and hold dear and cherish and consider a part of my core personality. Let's see what he says. He says, in July 21st, 1989, Roger Ebert says, "Somewhere there is an audience for UHF, I have no doubt. And somewhere this weekend, someone may laugh at some of its attempts at humor." Well, let's skip to the bottom of that first paragraph. "Those who laugh at UHF should inspire our admiration." Hey, yeah, that's me. "In these dreary times, we must treasure the easily amused." Hey. All right, well, Roger Ebert gives it a 1 star, and what does he know about movies? I give this movie 5 stars. I also give a Twinkie Wiener sandwich a 5 stars. If you haven't tried one of those, you should do it. So Roger Ebert may have not laughed at all while he was watching this movie, but I sure do. My wife was sitting there trying to read while I was watching it, and I just found myself laughing out loud multiple times, including on this part, where this guy's thumb is spraying blood all over both of them. This movie just brings me so much joy. All right, now a brief history of my collection with this movie. I have the VHS tape, which me and my family have watched many, many, many times. I have the DVD, which you don't have to rewind. And then very recently, I got a hold of the Blu-ray, and I was very excited for it. And speaking of the Blu-ray, I want to talk about the difference between this new 4K and the existing Blu-ray. So basically, this was my face while watching this and thinking about how it used to look on the other formats. So the older Blu-ray, I mean, it's totally watchable, especially for a low-budget comedy, but there was a lot of dirt and specks on the film print, and I even saw some film scratches. And I noticed on the Blu-ray, a lot of the colors were really garish, like they're little fast food uniforms. I mean, it doesn't transfer through my phone here, but the Dolby Vision on here was incredible. Like just the lighting and the color difference. I know it's just like a cheap comedy, but there's just something about watching one of your absolute all-time favorite movies in the best possible format. So this 4K, I didn't see any speckles or film scratches. There is film grain throughout, but I really just felt like I was watching a fresh printed 35 millimeter projection of this movie. It was such a good looking 4K, such a great restoration. So I am so happy with this, and I definitely see it as a huge upgrade over the Blu-ray. And I'm excited to watch this for many, many years to come and force my children to watch it with me. I love this part when George and Terry pull up to Channel 62, the UHF station, for the first time to get a look at it because he's going to be the manager of it. And you can hear like the scary howl in the background. And I love what he says.
Wow, this is even better than I imagined. Come on, let's go check it out.
Anyway, I just love that he says that because they pull up and it's like the absolute most scary and dilapidated looking place. And he's like, it's even better than I imagined. But the reason I bring that up is because the 4K is even better than I imagined. Like, I mean, I've seen this movie so many times, I pretty much have it memorized, but it was just such a delight to just absorb it into my eye holes. It was like someone was just dumping like an extra rich dark chocolate right into my retinas. I love this guy's scowly faces this whole time. And Michael Richards, I'm not sure how many roles he had before being in this, but this is his entrance in this movie. And I think he steals the show. Every scene he is in is amazing. And he's just such a great physical actor. But I just love his introduction.
You wanted to see me, sir?
That's right. I guess you know why I called you in here.
Because you're lonely?
No, you moron.
He's in an office full of people. He says, because you're lonely. Anyway, I could go through this whole movie and just, you could watch me laugh at every single scene, but we're not going to do that.
My office. And take that ridiculous thing off.
Look at that. movie has such amazing comedic payoffs. There's a fun little cameo from Dr. Demento here. So this movie is just full, like chock full, like almost as full as the Star Wars prequels of memes and quotable lines, and more importantly, lines that you can use in your everyday life. I'm not kidding. Lines from this movie are in my brain during my everyday life. Like this one. Think of all the situations this would apply in your life.
Lucky, lucky, lucky little boy, because you know why? You get to drink from the fire hose!
It's just universally applicable. You know? Here's another line that I use in my everyday life.
Take the box! The box!
Coming up here.
The box! Let's see what's in the box!
Right here.
Nothing! Absolutely
Look at her
nothing!
face. Her whole countenance just drops.
You're so stupid!
Yeah, that just think of, I mean, genius writing. You can use it in every aspect of your life. So this is a shot that stood out to me just to show the sheer incredible video quality of this 4K release. So obviously it's paused, so you don't get the full effect, but I mean, just the level of detail in this thing is incredible. All right, I can go on and on about this, but suffice it to say, this is a huge upgrade over the existing Blu-ray, and I love this movie. If you've not seen this movie, give it a chance. If you like silly stuff, Roger Ebert, who's even heard of him? 1 star? No, this is a 5-star movie. So if you like this and you want to join me for more stuff, then go ahead and subscribe. And in the words of Stanley, so subscribe so you can